Welcome to SortaOkay Reviews, where every fandom is welcome. I'm Nathan. How are you guys doing? How you been? Sorry we're not pumping out like a lot of videos. Me and Brad just very busy. You know, we do got our daily lives and we can't stop and do videos every week. But I do have a video today, and yes, you saw the title, my $1,000 plus anime haul. So pretty much I recently started working at a anime store, and well, of course, working there, I'm gonna buy a lot of the stuff that I see, and then also on top of all the stuff that I just like order from either AmiAmi or I get on pre-order, stuff like that, I've gotten those too. So, and it was pretty much towards the end of the month, I thought, let me just do one big haul and I'll show everything that I've gotten. And I have everything open. You could probably see some of the stuff that I'm probably going to show you, but I couldn't wait to just wait to open up everything. I wanted to see everything. Plus two, if something was broken, you don't want to wait till past the day. So what I decided to do is I'm just going to show you the box, show you what I got, and then while I'm talking, I'll show you pretty much a full 360 view of the figure itself, and then we'll get through everything much faster because I've got quite a big haul. And what I actually intend to do is I want to do two hauls. So, because I have a lot of stuff coming next month and the month after that. I want to break it down into two parts. So, I'll probably after 2 weeks do a haul, and then after another 2 weeks do another haul. I should have plenty of stuff to show you guys, but if you have any snacks, drinks you want to get, because it's gonna be a little bit, because I got quite a few figures to show you guys, and let's get into it. So, first things first, I recently started getting into these world collectible figures, as they're called. They've actually been around for a very, very long time. I recently just got one, and then after that, of course, once you get one, you kind of get more, and I found out more about them and what they are, and they're actually really, really cool. Unfortunately, a lot of the really cool ones that they've done are super expensive. I mean, some of these guys, they retail for anywhere from $10 to $14, depending on what you get. But some of these go for $40, $50. It's $100 plus. It's crazy. But I decided to get into some of them. And we'll start off with Dragon Ball Z ones. So, and I'm gonna do all the world collectible figures in one go. So I'll show you all of them at once. But pretty much, I've got the Dragon Ball, these random ones, plus I got this Super Saiyan 2 Gohan to go on my little Gohan shrine. And then I did buy this before I saw the movie, but this was my favorite character in Demon Slayer, Goku. I had to get that, and I'm surprised that he's not selling out faster, because this character is goated for me forever. Super cool. Go see the movie if you haven't seen the movie. And then two, I got into the My Hero World Collectible figures because of primarily this figure right here, Deku with Eri, because there's not really any figure out there with Deku with Eri, and that's one of my favorite moments in anime history. It was just so cool, and also I loved reading in the manga. And then you got Unbreakable, a lot of cool things that we don't have figures of. I don't understand what's taking Banpresto or Mega House, any of them, so long to make them. And then we've got, pretty much I'm trying to do season 4 My Hero. That was one of my favorite, if not my favorite. I got Sir Night Eye, I've got Fat Gum, Lemillion, my favorite character, and then Sun Eater. And if you hear that noise, it's just a mini fridge, so sorry about that. But these are all the world collectible figures that I picked up. Some of these I've got at Barnes & Noble. I did not know that they are selling these at Barnes & Noble. But it's quite a bit of a start. I do plan to get more. I would suggest, one, if you're looking to get into these, check Big Bad Toy Store. They have a lot of the sets still available. Also check out your local Barnes & Noble. I even saw Walmart had them, which surprisingly enough, they're starting to become very, very popular. And then also AmiAmi is a good choice for maybe some of the older ones, or if you're just looking to buy one, because sometimes they'll update their pre-owned, and they might have new ones. They get new ones in all the time, so I would highly suggest checking them out. But I mean, as you can see from the video, those are all the figures. This is what they look like, the size. So they're pretty cool. I very much enjoy them. And a new black hole. I had to get rid of my DBZ pops, but I got rid of something to get into something new, which is always fun. Alright, so let's just move these over to the side for right now. So, I did get one SH Figuarts. Actually, I got two. One of them is a Piccolo, but I've already gotten Piccolo before, so I decided not to include him. I just wanted a second one from my Saiyan Saga shelf. But my new one I did get, it's not technically new, but it is new to me. I did get young Chi-Chi from Dragon Ball. I wanted to wait for this to go lower because I think like if I would have got her when she first came out, she would have been like $60. Didn't want to pay that for this one. You know, it's not a character I really wanted, but I did need. But she actually was like really fun to pose around. She like you could really get her into some cool poses, and she really goes well with the young kid Goku. But I did use my birthday. I got a gift card, so I got her. So she was pretty cool. And then next, let's see. So that was it for the SH Figuarts. Okay, so another new thing I decided to get into, which I'll show you here in a second. Demon Slayer, the first season, I know a lot of people got super hooked onto it, and like it was like their favorite thing ever. I loved it. I really did. I thought Demon Slayer was amazing, but I wasn't just like we got season 1, and then the hype kind of died down, and I was waiting for the movie because I wanted to see my favorite character. And once I saw that movie, it ramped up my excitement for Demon Slayer. And then we got season 2 coming soon. I'm not gonna wait anymore though. I'm gonna start reading the manga because I'm really invested in Demon Slayer right now. It's something I'm really interested in. So what I decided to do, because I don't really like collecting the generic Banpresto figures, like the smaller ones, just because they make a lot of them, and two, sometimes I like getting the bigger ones most of the time, or like the special ones. But something that I've also been wanting, like some of my favorite groups are the Akatsuki, are the Espada, you've got the Phantom Troop, and there's probably so many more, but they don't, I don't know, and maybe it's because too figures have gotten more popular and anime's more popular a little bit now as far as like merchandise goes, but we don't have like a good collective line, maybe besides resin statues of these groups, of the Espada or the Akatsuki. So I thought, okay, well these would look really cool once I get them all, and they are making all of them. Like they've literally got all of them available to be pre-ordered. Some are still available now, and what I am talking about are these right here. These Demon Slayer by Banpresto. They're just pretty much they've made the Hashira, and also they made Nezuko, Tanjiro, all them. But I decided to get the Hashira because I want to put them all together. I think that would look super cool. But I got Giyu. He was my first one. And I don't get the special color because you can get like special colored ones. I don't really like the way that those look. And I'm not going to get the original 3 because I've got something else for those. But I decided to get Giyu. So we'll take a look at Giyu right there. And then next I did get... I think he recently released. I'm about to meet him. I know he's the sound. I think he's the Sound Hashira. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. But I'm about to meet him when I read the manga. So he recently released. Got him, and he was actually he's pretty tall for these. I mean, he's tall in the anime and manga. And then last, I did get our boy Rengoku. Now I know the box looks absolutely crushed. The store that I work with, I decided to, because this was the one that was like really banged up. I decided to take this one because I don't really care about the box and keeping them in super duper good condition. So I was like, I'll take that one so someone doesn't have to deal with it. Because I just wanted the figure. I wanted my boy Rengoku right here. But there we go. As you can see, Rengoku right there. Guys, go see the movie. It was amazing, and it's definitely an experience in the theater. But boom, we've got 3 of the Hashira right there. I do know that they have released Shinobu. She's been released, but we didn't get it at the store yet. And then plus, I decided to buy her on Funimation, so she should be coming soon. Just waiting for them to get delivered. So I'll probably be in the next haul. Alright, so let's continue. I didn't think I was going to get this figure, but then I took it out to put on display, and I thought it was actually really, really cool. And it actually looks really cool on my shelf. But that is the Samurai Kid Goku. And this is version A, where he is kind of like the serious, smug look, not the happy, smiling look. I think I would have gone with this one anyways. I just, like, it's just unique. It's just not your everyday Dragon Ball figure. So I thought it looked really, really cool. Plus, too, okay, his version has the dragon on it, which I think looks really cool on the helmet compared to the Dragon Ball. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think if you want more unique stuff in your collection, this is a good one to go with. And then continuing with Dragon Ball, let's see. So another great thing about Ami Ami is, like I said, they get used stuff. They have people trade in stuff. They get used stuff all the time, and that's great for us in the States because sometimes figures that don't release here, they'll get used, and we can have them shipped over. And one figure, I'm not the biggest Dragon Ball Heroes fan. I haven't actually really watched it at all, but I saw this figure and I saw somebody open it and I was like, ooh, that actually looks really, really clean. It looks really, really cool. And that is the Dragon Ball Heroes 10th Anniversary Ultra Instinct Goku. Now you can get him Ultra Mastered or Omen. I think that this one looks the coolest just because, I mean, this one just looks like he's just like regular Goku, but this one, I just feel like when you put it like this way, it just looks interesting, and the sculpt is actually really, really nice on it. So I would suggest if you guys can, check Ami Ami all the time. They get this guy in quite often. So I was super happy to get him. Probably be the only Dragon Ball Heroes figure I get. I don't know. We got to see what they come out with. Like I said, don't really watch the anime too much. So something too with Dragon Ball. I've recently started like learning about like the lines like the FES, Resident, Grandista, all that kind of stuff. And this, like I said, the smaller figures I don't really like to go after too much, just because like it's just, I'd rather wait for bigger, a little bit more detailed figures to come out. But I kept looking at this figure, and I just like my favorite form is in Dragon Ball is Super Saiyan 3. If you could see my wall scroll, it's just my favorite form, and I kept looking at this figure, and I'm like, you know what, I think I want that, and then too when I kind of looked at the one on display, I was like, this is actually pretty cool for an FES. So this is an FES figure, and that is the FES Super Saiyan 3 Goku. When I took this out, I was like, wow, this actually looks pretty cool. I think the hair just makes it look so much more dynamic, and it stands out a lot better. And then two, he's on like just a flat kind of glossy base, which also kind of just helps it like not like kind of look cheap with the, the hard, flat, matted black stands and stuff like that. And this is the manga color version too, so we only have like one of these left. Which, I mean, this guy, I've seen, like, some people are trying to sell him for, like, $50, which I think is way too much. But I did like the manga colored version a lot more on this guy than the anime version. So I decided to pick him up. And then, let's continue with Dragon Ball. This figure, I think a lot of people crap on, because a lot of people don't like GT in general. But I have like a really cool GT setup going on. I'll probably do another tour video soon, and I'll show you what setup I have for GT. And I needed this figure because I didn't have this, in this form, and that is the Super Saiyan Kid Goku from GT. Now you can get the regular like power down or the Super Saiyan. I decided to go with the Super Saiyan because I remember in the anime a lot him being Super Saiyan using Dragon Fist, And I didn't really care for the power down sculpt. I think it stood a little bit better to me getting the Super Saiyan, because I feel like with Dokkan and maybe in the future they could do it better, just GT Kid Goku. So I decided to get this one to put with my GT display, and it looks pretty cool. And it's actually really not a bad figure, and you can get this guy pretty cheap. You can get him $20 or less. So I would highly suggest picking this up if you want to add him to your GT collection. So let's see. Now, I missed out on my favorite line is Grandista. I think that they're like some of the best bang for your buck, and I missed out on a couple older releases. And once I got Super Saiyan 3, Master Ultra Instinct Goku, I was like, you know what? I kind of just want all the forms. And first off, I missed this guy when he first released, and God, people were trying to sell him for a pretty penny, and I just couldn't bring myself to it. But then he got re-released, and I was like, I'm on board. And that is the Grandista Super Saiyan Rose Goku. I would highly suggest, if you guys missed it, pick this guy up. This is probably going to be if you can't afford like a super detailed resin statue, or you can't or the littler figures don't like the FES or anything like that, doesn't do it for you, this is the perfect figure to pick up. It's really nice. It stands out pretty well. And because my favorite's actually the Dokkan Battle Goku Black, but that people are just selling it for a high price, and it's not worth it. So I would highly suggest either trying to catch the re-release, or just if you find him for a decent price, pick him up. I could see them doing a Nero. I don't know what they could do up, maybe with his sword, or they could do with his scythe. That would be really cool, but who knows? Maybe they'll do a Nero in the future. We can only wait and see. Now, my last two Dragon Ball figures, I did get the Nero Omened Goku. Now, I know some people were like, wow, this is $20 extra, and he's a little less detailed than the Master Ultra Instinct Goku, which that Grandista Goku, that figure is amazing. For $20 for what you got, that figure is hands down one of the best. And this one, I just once I saw it out of the box, I was like, okay, it looks really cool. And then too, I already had Ultra Instinct. Like I said, I decided to just get all of them. And the Blue Gi also too, I really like. And they didn't do too bad on the hair, but I can understand where some people really hated on this figure. And also too, I thought, okay, well maybe I'll wait for him to go cheaper. For the first couple of weeks, some people were trying to sell him for $100, which is crazy. Definitely not worth it, but you can find him maybe on sale now for $30. So I would say if you want to get him, definitely pick him up. He goes great with the Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. And the last Dragon Ball figure I do have is the regular Grandista Goku. Like I said, I have all the rest. I had to get the first form Goku. Plus, I might do a pairing display at some point, and he can go really well with the Vegeta and the Gohan, all that stuff. And I mean, it's just base form Goku. And I think this one also, once you see it out of the box, it looks a lot better. And it's oh, okay, it's very detailed nicely. But yeah, I missed him, and luckily the store had him, so I picked him up. He might get a re-release. I mean, you've seen all the Gokus. They'll never stop making Gokus, and there's plenty of alternatives too. Alright, so let's keep going on. Next, okay. So let me do this. Actually, so while we're continuing with Grandista, I did pick up the Grandista Nero Kakashi. I didn't get the original release, and I really wasn't looking for it. I wasn't, and I saw this, and I was like, you know what? Let me get this guy, because I like that you can use him with his mask down. You can use him with Sharingan. He has the book. He has the Chidori, and it's a Kakashi. Who doesn't love Kakashi? So I was like, you know what? Let me get him before, because this is the Nero version, so I don't know how many more they could do. They could maybe do Anbu, but let me get him before he goes skyrocketing in price. All right, now I got something really cool to show you guys. So the store that I work at, the owner, he's been to cons. He used to own comic shops and stuff like that, and he had this figure I found one day because he likes to save stuff just in case they get re-released, and he can use the display later on when he gets more in. But this figure was never getting re-released, and I think he just forgot about it. But I found it one day, and I asked him, I'm like, hey, how can I get this? Can I please buy this? Because I really, really want this. And that is the 50th anniversary Shonen Jump Shoujo Hinata from Haikyuu. First off, there are like no Haikyuu figures at all. There's the Nendroids, but those are, you got to be so careful because so many of bootlegs are out there, and then two, they sell out quickly and people try to resell them for a ridiculous amount. And I do have the Master Star pieces, Hinata, which I found somebody selling it for a reasonable price. I think I paid like $45 for him, and he was great. I like that figure, but I really like this one because like I like how he had the volleyball, and it was from a Shonen Jump cover, and he couldn't find the box. He didn't know where the box was, but I didn't care. I just wanted the figure, and he let me get it. And then he did find the box, and like the box is so cool. Like you got that old artwork right there. Like I wish I would have been. I'm so into Haikyuu right now. I wish I would have been there when it was releasing in Shonen Jump. Like I wish I would have been there day one, because I love this show so much, and like I kind of want to get this cover. Like that looks so cool, and just it's such a unique piece to have in my collection. And now that there's I think Good Smile just announced their their pop-up parade Shoyo and Kageyama. Those look great, but because this being like the 50th anniversary and like it being molded after the cover, it looks so cool. And I would say this is the best sculpt when it comes to Shoyo. So I was so excited to get that figure. Alright, and actually, I know in the beginning we did the World Collectible figures. So this is actually part of the World Collectible figures line, but like I said, I just recently got into it, so I didn't know too much about it. And this is actually a new release, and I wasn't expecting to really like this, and I didn't, like I said, know much about it, but it is the World Collectibles Luffy with Sunny. I didn't know that they make big ones. I didn't know that they make ships or anything like that, and I'll tell you what, if you're a One Piece fan and you don't want to spend like a whole bunch of money on like a model kit, and then two, I'm pretty sure someday like a resin company will make like a really like a huge 1/6 scale, 1/4 scale Sunny. But I mean, not a lot of people will be able to afford that. But if you like One Piece, this figure is actually super, super cool, and it caught my eye, and I had a lot of people at the store too. Like this thing went pretty quickly. I think it's just very nicely detailed, and you don't gotta like I said, build it or anything, and it just like it's a Sunny. Who doesn't like the Sunny? And you get the Luffy with it. And then two, if you're into the World Collectible figures, I think it'd look really cool if you got the straw hats to go along with it. You can kind of put maybe one or two in there and then put some on the side. All I know is it looks really cool, so I had to pick this up. I might try to get the straw hats soon. So let's actually get into... I'm almost done Reincarnated Slime Season 2. Really enjoying it. I had the Rimuru, the Espresso, I think it's called, or the EXQ something, Rimuru, where he's like, his legs are like the slime, it's the blue base, and he's coming up with his sword, he has the wings. That figure was amazing. It was only like $20-$30. And I saw this figure and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna regret it if I don't get this, because it kind of goes along with it. But it is, gosh, I'm drawing a blank on her name, but it is the women that he kind of like was supposed to be his love, that he uses her body when she dies so that he can have a human form, and he bases the mold after her. But she was really cool in the anime, and it sucks that we didn't get much time with her, because she was pretty badass, and she was like a really cool, nice person. And like I said, it goes along. It has the blue base too, so I was like, you know what? And I think they're making one with she has the her flame sword, or her sword's on fire, and she has the mask. But I kind of I wanted her without the mask, because I don't care for the mask too much. But so I decided to pick her up. She's really cool. She goes really great in my slime shelf. And then speaking of that, this was my number one figure I wanted for reincarnated slime, because they've made quite a few figures in this line. They've made Banprestos, Mega House has made some, but as far as this character goes, I've seen they made a bunch of figures of her, but I feel like this figure was this figure / statue was the number one choice for me. And unfortunately I missed her when she was for retail, and for some reason Bandai Premium is doing a special edition, or they're doing their version of releasing her. I don't know how she's exclusive to them when she's been released before. But I found this on Ami for really, really cheap, because I think the right leg was coming. It can pop out, but as long as you put it on the base, it won't move. It's you can't even notice it. It's like it's brand new. So that is the 1/7 scale Millium. I always have a hard time pronouncing her name, but she's my favorite in slime. I just like how she's a demon lord, and she has so much power, and she could easily just destroy all of them. But Rimuru, won her over, and she's so adorable. And I know the pose, but whatever. That's one reason I think it looks cool, and I like that you can sit them on there. But I really wanted this figure, so I was glad I found it for below retail. All right, next, I was not expecting this figure. So I recently finished season 1 of ReZero, and now I get the hype, or it all makes sense to me now with all these. I saw all these promotion and all these waifus of these characters, but without a doubt, finishing season 1, Rem is best girl, number 1. She's waifu for days, and so I decided to get a couple figures of her. I'm not gonna get all of them, because there's so many. I think they've oversaturated the market with her, but I try to pick the ones that I really like. And I saw this one. I didn't, because I have no clue of all the ones coming out, because they've got so many out there. But I saw this and I was like, oh, that's cool. That one I need. And that is Ninja Rem. And the great thing about these things too, they're not expensive. They're not $40, $50, $60. They're just $20, $30. And I like that she's samurai outfit. It looks really cool. So I had to pick that one up. And then last but not least, I got 2 more figures. Thank you guys if you're still with me, if you're still watching. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Got a lot of figures. It's been a fun month though. So the last 2, I already had the Grandista, so it is my hero. I already had the Grandista Deku, and of course the Ichiban. I did a video on getting the Hawks, and from that wave they did another Bakugo and stuff, and they also had the I'm Ready line, but they did, I think it was Rising Heroes line, something like that, of a release of Todoroki, Bakugo, and Midoriya. But I didn't like that Midoriya, because we've gotten so many of him with his resistance gloves all the way up to here. So when I saw this one, and he had for the air cannons, I was like, ooh, I really like that. And then two, the molds on these are like a lot more attuned to the anime style. So I did pick up the Ichiban Kuji Master Lies Izuku Midoriya. There's two versions of this. There's one where he's like, he has the lightning, he's kind of looking over, and there's another one where he doesn't have the lightning, but I like this one better. I think it, like, you know, I like that he has the like lightning effects around him and he looks like he's ready to fight. And two, he has the air cannons. And if you've read the manga or are up to date with the manga, we don't have this version of Midoriya for too long. So, and this is probably my favorite version of the costume so far. I think the air cannon, like, they look just so cool. So I definitely wanted to pick this up. And then, of course, as you can see, there's a Bakugo that goes with him. And, of course, I got the Midoriya. I had to get the Bakugo. And without a doubt, I have, like I said, the it was the first Ichiban Kuji release Bakugo. It was from the game. And that figure is not bad. It's probably the best one before this. But they just look too slim, and like, I don't know, they didn't reference like the anime too much. Like, they just look like their own thing. But this Bakugo, like, this looks like it's straight from the anime. I like that he has the explosion. I don't like the other version of this from this line where he doesn't have his mask and he kind of like smiling. I don't know, it doesn't seem like Bakugo, where this looks like, you know, this is Bakugo. Like I said, I like the explosion, and it goes really great with the Midoriya. So I decided to pick these two up, and I'll probably, their costumes are changing all the time. I'll probably get more. I'm probably gonna get the I think it's like the BCFW something release of the Todoroki and Bakugo to go with my Midoriya. So stay tuned for that. But that's it, guys. We're done. Those are all the figures that I picked up this month. It was a lot. Like I said, it's just stuff that I just had on pre-order, also that I just ordered in general, and then two, I work at an anime store, so I got stuff from there, of course. And that's not even including, I'm picking up wall scrolls. I've gotten really into these acrylic stands, these anime acrylic figures. Those are really cool. I'm probably going to do a video soon. I want to get a couple more. Then I'll probably do a collection video of my acrylic figures, because I've got quite a few, but I want a little bit more before I show them all off. But those are really cool. And then two, I gotten like snacks and keys. So I got quite a few a lot of anime stuff this month. So definitely next month, I'm going to do it in 2 parts. So stay tuned for that. But let me know down in the comments below, what did you guys pick up? Did you pick up anything cool? What did you pick up this month? What are you looking forward to the most upcoming months? And what was your favorite thing that you saw in the video? But that's going to do it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely the comment part. I like to interact with you guys. Who doesn't like talking about anime? I definitely do. I like to talk about what's going on, and definitely in the figure collecting world. It's always fun. But make sure you subscribe too, so you can check out my future videos. Thank you so much. Have a great day.